Hello YouTube. I have a situation in my travel trailer that I bet lots of people have, maybe just people who have trailers manufactured by Forest River, I don't know. But I discovered while flushing the black tank with fresh water to clean it out that it didn't take a lot of water to cause the tank to be full. So I put a little inspection camera I got from Harbor Freight down inside through the toilet and looked over where the vent leaves the tank, and it is like an inch into the tank, which your tank can't fill anymore without backing up through drains if it gets full and no air can escape. So I did a little calculating, and on our gray tank and the black tank, that 1 inch penetration with the vent pipe will reduce the capacity of our tanks by about 5 gallons if you're on level ground. So I started with the gray tank, and I have cut the vent pipe, the drain pipe, and found, once I worked it out, that the seal of the tank is rubber. It is pushed through a hole that it fits into, and it sticks upward in kind of a funnel shape and then downward about a 1/2 inch. So you're losing 1/2 inch or about 2.5 gallons of tank capacity just from the seal. And this is the bottom of the pipe that goes through it. And the bottom of it has a flange that snaps around the seal so it can't come out easily. And trust me, it doesn't come out easily. You have to rock it to try and get one edge to pop through before it'll come out after you cut the pipe. So what I'm going to do is put a guide from the, since this is also a drain pipe, I want to make sure it has a good seal, but I want to run a guide over here to see how high this needs to be off the floor, and then measure downward to the bottom of the seal, and then make a notch into this pipe where it goes through so air can escape, and that will increase the capacity. I plan to do that on both the black tank and the gray tank. Now the gray tank is just an air vent, so it's not as critical, but I will make this notch to let the air out, and it doesn't matter if it goes a little ways up into the rubber seal, because the rubber seal is kind of funnel shaped. It's kind of hard to see because everything's so black. Let me get a light on it. I don't know if that helps much, but it is funnel shaped, and so if any water does manage to get out of that notch, it'll drain right back down anyway. And if the tank fills all the way and it does manage to come out, it will travel between the tank and the floor of the trailer. As you can see, there's about 1 inch of height. There might be some flooring insulation in there or something that might get wet, but otherwise it won't cause any problem. So once I get this finished, I will, well, when I make the notch in the pipe after making measurements, I'll show you that, and then I will show you the reinstalled result. And well, with any luck, it'll all work. So I'll be back later. Okay, here's the part, how I notched it. Just used a cutoff tool. My measurement from the top of the pipe where it met the hole to the bottom of the seal was 6 inches. So that's where I marked and notched the end of the pipe that goes in. Now, assuming I haven't totally screwed up, this should work fine. Okay, well, here's the installation. All that's left to do is put in some Great Stuff expanding foam or something like that in here, and possibly put a block underneath and a strap to hold it stable against breaking the seal of the foam, since this is a storage compartment under the dinette. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Now I've increased my tank capacity on level ground by probably 2.5 to 3 gallons, which can make the difference on a trip sometimes. So the black tank vent, since no liquid goes down into it, I cut the pipe, got a splicing coupler there, rubber coupler, but instead of pulling the thing out and notching it, I just pulled it up, just lifted it until the flange at the bottom was tight against the seal. Then I cut a little off the pipe to fill the to make room for it to attach to the old one, the other end. Cut about 3/4 of an inch off in my case, put the coupler on, and pulled up tight again before I tightened it. And I think this foam, expanding foam, will hold it in place, as will the entire vent assembly. So with any luck, I've gained 2 or 3 gallons of capacity in my black tank on top of what I already did on the gray water tank. This is what it looks like without any support underneath. I may or may not do that. I'll decide later. So that's it.